Hey friends, it's Angie. Welcome to Tuesdays on the Tube. I asked you to share your embarrassing stories, and I have my computer set up right here so I can read them all live for the first time. So let's get started. We all ended up getting stuck in the woods because I fell down a mountain. So I'm in a leadership position, so this will go down in history. Once I was throwing a quad under an awning at my school. Wind caught it and it hit a light and then ricocheted off and smashed our school's police's windshield. Oh no. This was during winter season. We had been practicing and preparing for the flag feature for weeks. It's competition day and it's our turn to perform. We got to the flag feature part and we all forgot what we were doing and we ended up leaving early. I was throwing a 45 and it was really windy and I hit myself in the face and got a black eye. My guard instructor noticed after a week, and when I told her what happened, she just laughed for a long time. Oh my god, I can't believe she laughed at you. I was at my first comp this season, and I'm captain. At the end of the third movement, which is the end of what we performed that day, I have a solo toss, and I threw it behind me, and it flew off the prop, and the drumline section leader caught it. And that's actually pretty cool. We were performing at one of our school's pep rallies in front of the entire school district. We had a toss at the end of the work. When I tossed, didn't register in my brain that I had thrown the flag. It came back down and popped me in the mouth. My first competition ever during winter season, I was kneeling on the floor waiting for my time to pick up my flag. Turns out I was at the wrong spot and got hit in the face with a flag. That was my first nosebleed ever. We ended up in 4th place though. Oh my gosh. I slipped on a swing flag the day of homecoming and had to march a half-hour parade with a swollen ankle. That's not nice, they made you march. One time during a full run-through of our show during practice, I was in the middle of my rifle solo. My fanny pack began sliding off of my waist, so I performed with the fanny pack around my ankles until it tripped me and I fell off of the prop. My freshman year, our flag captain was teaching 45s. In the process of showing us what not to do, she accidentally released the toss and shattered her teeth. Needless to say, that was an unforgettable introduction to color guard. Oh no. It was my freshman year. I was a newbie on color guard. Our show was The Greatest Showman, and we had the most beautiful uniforms. High-waisted black jumpsuit with a golden bodice and a red velvet jacket. Halftime comes, and after first and second movement, we put our jackets on behind the backdrops and get to our spots for the third. I get behind the backdrop and pull my jacket on, and it's not coming on. So I'm freaking out. I have 4 counts until routine begins. I don't even have my flag and my jacket's not cooperating. I look up and routine has begun, so I have my arms in the sleeves. Something is still very wrong, but I go. I run out, we're 16 counts into the routine, and I trip. I get up and I'm smiling and crying and I'm just a mess. Show finishes and I get off, realize my jacket is upside down, inside out, and backwards. It's so funny now, but I was so embarrassed. Well, thank you all for being brave enough to share your embarrassing story. I'll share my embarrassing story now. This was during my first winter guard season when I was a sophomore. It was the very first winter guard season at my school. And we were going to a comp, our very first and only comp that season. And we had a setting that was like we were in an airport. And one of the guys was supposed to catch the flag I tossed to him over the back of my head. So I couldn't see him, but I had memorized, which angle to throw it at. Well, he has a sign that's like holding up someone's name like they do in airports. We had never used that prop when we practiced before, so he was so preoccupied with going to get the prop that he forgot he had to catch the flag that I was throwing to him. So I throw it over my head and I hear it hit the ground, and I was so embarrassed. I am just lucky that I didn't freak out. I just continued doing it. I bent down and pretended like I was supposed to have dropped it, and then he carried on and did it. He didn't even notice until afterwards. I know it wasn't really my fault, but that was really embarrassing because it was so cool. It was supposed to be a really cool moment between us. Meanwhile, my coach was sitting in the stands and she told us afterwards, she was freaking out, but I covered it up pretty well. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and share with a friend.